Hey guys, Logan here, and welcome to Sunday Thoughts, a series where on every Sunday I give my thoughts on a particular person, place, thing, news, event, etc. Just a lot of other things. And for this late, yet again, Sunday Thoughts video, I'm going to be focusing on the Buccaneers and Rams game because, wow, it was a wild game. I mean, if you don't know, if you hadn't watched the NFL, my Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Los Angeles Rams on the road in the Los Angeles Coliseum, 55-40, the final score of that game yesterday. I mean, it was just insane. But I mean, basically blowing the Los Angeles Rams out of the water by 15 points, which is more than two touchdowns with 2 extra points. I mean, it was incredible. But I want to talk about a few things about this game. For one, I want to start with Jameis Winston, because not only am I a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, but I'm also a Jameis Winston fan. I have been his defender. A lot of people have been talking trash on Jameis Winston, saying that he's not good. His accuracy is not good, and that his ability to throw the football has been question mark, and he's been a turnover prone and stuff like that. And not being a franchise quarterback. That's what I've been hearing, and I've been trying to defend him for years, since he got drafted as the number 1 overall pick by the Buccaneers back in, 2015, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm a huge Jameis Winston defender, and I had been up until some latest things that he got himself involved in and stuff like that, let's just say. So going into the season, I wasn't really excited. I thought that this is going to be yet another down year for Jameis Winston, despite this new head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Bruce Arians, coming in and some people's calling save the day for Jameis Winston. I don't know, but so far they are 2-2, which is a pretty decent record, if I might say so myself. And so far, particularly in the last couple of weeks, Jameis Winston has been looking pretty damn good. I mean, you look at his performance from last week at home against the New York Giants, where he passed for 380 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I believe I got it right. And then in this game, he passed for 385 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and 1 interception turned a touchdown. He gave up a pick 6 and was sacked twice in this game, which is, I was like, come on, man. But nonetheless, Jameis Winston has been looking really good. I mean, 120.5 passer rating and 84.6 in QBR, and has completed 28 out of his 41 passes and stuff like that. I mean, he's looked really good, especially in this game. And Ronald Jones, the second, I think it's just Ronald Jones, but he's looked pretty good. I mean, 18 carries, 70 rushing yards, 1 touchdown rush. I mean, he had a good running game. Chris Godwin, though, I mean, 12 receptions, 172 receiving yards, 2 touchdown receptions or catches. I mean, this dude was on fire. I mean, he was on fire. And let's not forget about Mike Evans. I mean, he had a good game as well. With the 4 receptions that he had, for 89 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, he had a good game, not as much as Chris Godwin, though. And when I look at Jared Goff, he has completed 55 out of his 68 passes. Again, 517 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 66.2% of his passes completed. 62.2% of his passes. He had a passer rating of 80.3 QBR 40.7. And when I look at these stats, so when I look at it from that perspective, I would make the argument that Jameis Winston outplayed Jared Goff, because I look at the highlights for this game, and there were times where Jared Goff was tricked. There were times where he thought he was going to get sacked or get some blitzes from the Buccaneers, and they turned out to be a 3-man coverage or 4-man coverage and stuff like that, and then he would be intercepted twice. And there were other times where the Buccaneers would trick Jared Goff into thinking that they were going to do a 3-man coverage on him, and then they turned out to be blitzes, and then they also forced him to make a second interception or third and stuff like that. I mean, the Buccaneers defense under Todd Bowles as the defensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, I mean, it was legit. Forget about the 40 points that they allowed. There were times where they were just over Jared Goff. And let's not forget about the Buccaneers offense. I mean, Jameis Winston, like I mentioned about him looking good within the past couple of weeks, I believe most of that has something to do with Bruce Arians, the head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as well as the offensive coordinator. Yeah, this offensive coordinator by the name of Byron Leftwich. I believe that's the name of the offensive coordinator. I mean, there were most of the plays that he brought to this Buccaneers offense really helped elevate Jameis Winston in his performance as the quarterback for the Buccaneers. And I was very pleased with that. So, I mean, yeah, it was awesome for me to see Jameis Winston perform. And again, a lot of that has to do with Byron Leftwich as the offensive coordinator and Bruce Arians as the head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe that they have most to do with what Jameis Winston has been looking and what he's been doing. And so I got to give kudos to both of those guys, Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich. It was just that impressive. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Los Angeles Rams game. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it that like button to click, and if you'd like to see future videos from me, make sure to press up there to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that bell icon so that you'll get notified about my latest videos. Have a great day, and as always, fight the good fight.